New year, new year. Forget resolutions, change your mindset to change your life. Hello, everyone. My name is Tessa. I'm the Director of Marketing at IdeaPros, and I have Mr. Fred Cary, who is CEO here. And we're talking about New Year's and resolutions. But Fred, I love how you put it. It's a new year, new you, but forget resolutions. So, why would we want to forget resolutions?
Well, hi everybody,
Patrick says hi.
happy New Year. And by the way, we're going to try to keep this one short. We appreciate people coming here on the last day of the year. I'm the only person working here today with
I'm the
Tessa.
only person working here too.
Everybody else is taking the day off, and I hope you guys are doing as well. And you're going to have a really, really great New Year. We've been through a lot uh, in the last year and a half, so hopefully that ends soon. So resolutions, I think 96% of resolutions don't get fulfilled. We don't make it. And the reason, well, there's a couple of different reasons. And the first reason is we make these broad resolutions that don't have any component to it that we can bite into and start doing things towards it. But I think one of the biggest reasons is that we're approaching the new year with the same old us. We're approaching the new year with the same prejudices, the same insecurities, the same doubts, the same anger issues for some people that we had in this year, 2021. You can't go to 2022 and make a new you without figuring out what was wrong with the old you. If there's nothing wrong with the old you, then obviously this doesn't apply. But if we have things that are our shortcomings that have prevented us from getting to where we want to go, where we want to be, what we want to become, then the only way to change that is to identify those things and make direct plans on how you're going to change, eliminate, reduce any of those things that have been in your way. One of the biggest things that we have in our way is our insecurities and doubts in ourselves. The fact that when things happen to us, and they happen to everybody, but when they happen to us, we feel that in a sense it's something that we deserve in a way, or in a sense it's like, of course this has happened to me. You know, it's that mindset, that mentality that accepts where you are that keeps you from being able to get to where you need to go. And so if you're going to have a resolution, that resolution needs to start with discovering what it is about me that has held me back somewhat. What is it about me that has caused me to blame or to doubt or to fail? And what can I do differently so that any resolution I make to be debt free, to have a bigger house, to start a new career, to have a better relationship, none of those things are going to work if you don't focus on you first and figure out why they didn't work this whole last year and the whole 20, 30, 50 years, whatever it is that you have behind you that you still want to make this change about. So make a resolution to change you first.
Oh, I love it. Well, and I do a kind of like a reflection back. And I also, although I'm looking for the things that didn't work, I'm also looking for the things that did work and what wins I had, because it's very easy for us to end the year with negativity and feeling like we can't do that thing
Mhm.
because you're reflecting on what needs to be changed. But also look at what really succeeded. Like Fred, I mean, Fred's done so much in this one year. It's amazing. And I don't know if he even takes a moment to reflect back on his huge wins. I mean,
Well, that, you know what, and that's a great point. I think when I say to find the things that haven't worked for you in the old you, that certainly doesn't mean that we're all losers or we're all failures or none of us have done anything good. And that's a great point. And it's not surprising to me, Tessa, with your attitude that that's all you're going to focus on in the good stuff. And God, that's amazing. And you know, for me, as many good things as we've done, we've also had a really crappy year,
yeah.
and you know, we've had people who are my partners know that we've had some serious things happen to us from outside forces that we really, really depended on and thought were close to us. And we've had to recover a lot over this last year, not just the pandemic issues, the kind of macro global issues, but internal issues organizationally and in personal life and everything. So with all the great things that we do, I think that's a really good thing that what Tessa pointed out, that we sit there and we talk about the victories that we've had, and then we can focus on the things that we want to do better and the changes that we want to make in ourselves as human beings.
Awesome. So, what do you do when you find these things? And let's say you've reflected back and there's things that you can change. I mean, you talk a lot about this on official Fred Cary on Instagram. How do we actually put that into motion?
Yeah, again, it's identifying the things that kept you from getting there in the first place, right? So what I have recommended on my Instagram page, and what I'm recommending to everybody here, is instead of having a resolution for the year, why not do something that you can compartmentalize into 12 pieces so that you
Micro
have,
victories?
huh?
Micro victories?
Every month you're getting closer and closer to where you want to be. If your goal, for example, is to be debt free by the end of 2022, you don't just set that random goal like that, because then you're not doing anything towards that goal. Set little steps that you want to do every 12th of the way. That, this month of January, I'm going to pay down 2 of my 7 credit cards, and just have little steps to get you to where you're trying to go, but incrementally, so that every single month you can do 2 things. You can celebrate, as Tessa said, micro victories, and you can motivate, because you've reached that first step. Now you go to the next step. When you have this vague, I'm going to lose 20 pounds in 2022, and you don't have any plan of what you're going to do about it, or whether you even need to do it, then you're never going to get there. And that's why 96% or so of these resolutions fail. We don't have a good plan towards them. So find your weak spots that have prevented some of these things in the past. Figure out what you're going to do to reinforce those things, and then get on with it. And if you compartmentalize, you're going to have a much better chance of getting there.
I think we train ourselves to believe that we can accomplish something when we assume we set those huge goals and we don't have the mini ones. Like you said, the 12 ones, we're setting ourselves up for failure because we can't even imagine getting to that place. So we have to set goals that you can actually visualize and accomplish. Little goals,
Yeah.
and make it happen bit by bit, for sure, because it is as much in your head. Accomplishing the goal is, I don't know what your percentage is, Fred, but I'm sure you say it's a lot of it's in your head, and then the action part is also there.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you, because I know a lot of our partners are setting goals to, not even our partners, so all entrepreneurs, they're kind of at this moment in the year where they're like, you know what, I'm going to make this year when I am starting my business, or I'm going to get my invention, in motion. We actually have Aaron on our chat, on the chat right now, who said he didn't know how to reach out to us to get his, billion-dollar ideas, inventions out there. So what advice would you have for people who are thinking, I'm going to make this happen in 2022?
Structure,
Mm.
structure. And by the way, anybody that is our partner, yes, let's
Yes.
22 be our year. There's a lot of things you need to do. There's a lot of things we need to do. We can do it. We're so close with so many different things, but you got to roll up your sleeves. You got to think like a CEO, whether you're our partner or not. You are the boss. One of the things that we fail a lot on, especially in the business side of thing, that to Aaron's like not knowing what to do to get there, is we look to others, and we blame others. And when you do that, you take all the control and all the power away from you. So
Mm.
if you're involved, whether you're partner of IdeaPros or whether you're going independently to try to do something, take control, take charge, accept the twists and turns and the setbacks that happen. Guess what? I've never, not once, had an entrepreneurial journey that I started that ended completely successfully without any type of roadblocks in the middle of it, without any type of, sometimes severe pivots. One of my biggest exits was a company that got to a point where it was going to fail. And we had to pivot really, really hard. And within a matter of months, somebody acquired us for a lot of money. And we could have given up 6 months earlier because the road we were going down just wasn't going to take us there. So if you're an entrepreneur, you need to understand this is hard. This isn't smooth. There's no real booklet on how to get from A to Z without hitting D 17 times and going back to B, marching up to X. I mean, it's not linear. And the more you can take possession, control, understanding, acceptance, and have resilience in what you do, the more likely you are to get to where you need to go by the end of this year.
Awesome. Well, now this is a random question because sometimes people, I'm just going to add it on to the tail end and then we'll let you do your final thought. But a lot of people talk about a phrase or a word that will describe your 2022. Have you thought about what your word would be for 2022?
I have more of a phrase.
Phrase would work. Phrase would work. See, I caught Fred off guard on this one.
I have to do one word. It's the T-shirt I passed around to everybody.
Ah, yes.
A little earlier in the year, and that word is now. And you know, this is the time. We have had so many things happen to us as a country on an individual basis. I have 4 or 5 people from our company right now that are out with COVID. You know, people who've been vaccinated, people who haven't, and the world's a mess. But right now, I think we have to accept where we are and what the world is like. The world is on fire, and we just have to deal with it. And we have to make our own plans, our own commitments, understand the environment that we're in is going to make things a little bit harder and sometimes a lot harder for all of us. But get on with it. Do it now and start working on it. Once it's time to launch, once it's time to start a new career, once it's time to start a new relationship, you're going to be a lot more well equipped to do it because you're going to have a stronger belief in yourself and you are going to take responsibility for what happens in your life.
Beautiful. And incidentally, when you see the shirt backwards, as our video cameras often do, it spells one. WON. So like either way, we're seeing a phrase that's appropriate for IdeaPros for sure and for you guys. So
we should start selling the t-shirts.
Yeah, we should have our merchandise. Well, I mean, like Renegade, I know I'm sure that we have Jay on here. He's almost always on here, but he has his Renegade t-shirts and everything. He already is set to get his merchandise out. So thank you, Fred, for being on with us right when everyone else is kind of like taking the day off. I appreciate your hard work so much.
I appreciate yours as well. So again,
in my mad scientist room here. But I'm excited to get back to the normal for you guys. But we'll be here next week as well. So thank you, Fred. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Take care. Do it this year.
Do it this year. Thank you. And I know we have a lot of people who don't get to see us on a regular Friday. So Patrick, Sarah, good to have you, Sarah. I don't think I've seen you in a while. Jared, Cassiano, Stephanie, Kelly, I know I saw Mary and Sean Reed. Sherry, that was so cool. You started your resolutions months ago. How smart, though, to not have it right at the new year. It's kind of chaos at Christmas time anyway. I tend to start mine in February and then go all the way through till February myself. Donna, great to have you here. Oh, I do see you, Jay Benoit. Thank you for being here. Kelly, we have Pamela. Good to have you. And then I know Aaron, however you pronounce it. Our team is watching in the chat and they will reach out to you just to see if there's anything we can help you with, because it sounds like you have some questions about what to do. Donna, great to have you. I love your product and I needed it this this week. Let's see, Sean, I know that was a big win for IdeaPros for Instagram for Fred Cary. Official Fred Cary went, well, actually, you know what? Are you talking about yours? You're talking about yours. So you expanded Instagram from 3,000 to 54,000. Did you really? Congratulations, Sean. I haven't looked at your channel in a long time. Oh my gosh, congratulations. And Steve Brown over there with Eclipse. Great to see you. And I know that you guys don't need the positive, push as much. Well, maybe you do. But I am here. I love being here for entrepreneurs, not just our partners, but anyone who's trying to make a business happen. It's not easy to do by yourself. So have a group of friends and colleagues in our Facebook channel and our YouTube, also over on Instagram, so that you can have the support that you need and get information about how to make it through the tough times. And like Fred said, the obstacles, that's what we're here for. We have so many resources on our website. But before you go, hit the bell to get a reminder when we go live. Follow us, and for sure check out our other channels. But more importantly, just show up with us on Fridays at noon Pacific time, or watch the replays. We'd love to have you here. Vance, good to see you. Pamela, nice. Hi, good to have you. Vanessa, I know we have so many people. Don't let anyone stop you in 2022. I love it, Sean. Very good. 22 will be our year, Jared. Absolutely. I will see you guys all next week. If you have any questions, hey, Robert, if you have any questions about the process, let us know in the chat. Or you can head over to our website. Like I said, ideapros.com/blog has a ton of resources, blog posts, videos. It's actually searchable by topic over there as well. And if you want to reach out to our team, you can hit start now on IdeaPros website. And we'll see you guys next week for sure. Let me see if I can get this off of here. Oh, I can't take it off. We're just going to stick with Jared. I will see you guys all next year in 2022. It's going to be awesome. And we're going to make it happen because we're committed entrepreneurs, right? See you guys all next week. Bye.